We went grocery shopping today, and when I say we, I mean the whole content team followed me around Costco to get all of the videos, and oh my goodness, the store was crazy busy on top of trying to shop today. But if you are wanting to see what I bought and how I stayed in budget and how I pre-plan some things for the future, make sure you follow this video. If you are just finding me for the first time, my name is Amy Cross and this is the Cross Legacy, where I teach you how to save money on groceries and to stay in budget and buy the things that you still need for your family. Now you can see by all the things that I get here, I am an 80-20 kind of person. So we like mostly organic things when we can get it, and then some of our favorite items that, you know, just it's nostalgic and you have to get the cereal that your husband likes. So the grocery budget for our family is $135 per person. Now, years ago, we did use a different budget. We did use $100 per month per person in our family. But as we started buying more organic things and inflation, we changed that to $135 over the last couple of years, which seems like a lot when you have a bunch of people at the house, but currently we only have 2. So my grocery budget for the month is only $270. And with our grocery budget, we also have some allergies that we are dealing with more when our college-age kids are home. But in our family over the years, we have dealt with gluten, raw sugarcane, dairy, soy, and one of our family members is a vegetarian when she is home, but she's not home currently. We have college-age kids, so it's just Mike and I. But we're also foster parents, and we've had other family members living with us over the years. So our family size can vary anywhere from 2 to 8 here in the house, and we still use the same budget of $135 per person per month. So I normally shop at Costco and our local Fred Meyer's, which is the same as Kroger at other parts of the country. And I'm not normally somebody that is looking at the ads too much, because my main goal is only to go grocery shopping once every 3 weeks. By being able to spread out my grocery shopping trips and have the ingredients at the house that I need to make so many meals. So no matter if you go to the grocery store once a week or once a day, as long as you're setting that money aside in its own grocery budget, you can spend that budget however you like. For us, it works best for me to go grocery shopping once every 3 weeks, but our budget is based off of once a month, and that money goes into its own debit account, and that's all we ever use the grocery money for, is for groceries. With this grocery shopping trip, I did get a lot of produce. I love that you can always tell what season it is by what items of produce that we have. So I was able to get Asian pears and pomegranates because they are fresh and in season. And if you notice, there's no strawberries right now because it's the middle of winter and I don't want strawberries. I want something new and exciting that my family will enjoy and be excited to want to eat fruit as snacks. So with all this produce that I got, I am able to keep it all fresh for at least 3 weeks. And I teach you tricks and tips on how to do that in our new book called the Zero Waste Produce Guide. So make sure you check out the description below for that. And we have tons of videos teaching you how to wash and store your produce. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is how there's no milk on this countertop here. We actually live in the Seattle area, which we have Smith Brother Dairy that comes and delivers milk to our house every other week. So we do have milk here at the house and it just gets delivered straight from the dairy. So that is not on the countertop here, but we do drink milk. But some of the other dairy items that we have here are the Greek yogurt. I will buy Greek yogurt so we can use it in our smoothies and also as sour cream. And that way I'm not buying yogurt and sour cream. It's more versatile. And then cottage cheese, which is a great way to add some extra protein to your eggs or your smoothies, or just eating it as a snack. And then I really love my Kerrygold butter. Even though it's kind of expensive right now, I'm brand loyal to it. And then I love having an extra block of cheese in the freezer, so I always know that I have cheese available. If you get the medium cheddar and not the sharp cheddar, it will freeze better and you can keep it fresh longer. I got some chocolate protein powder that Mike wanted. And then, oh, you can't forget our little mini bell cheeses here, baby bells. We eat these as snacks a lot also. I got sausage for my stuffed acorn squash recipe, which is available on the blog, and we will make sure that it's listed in the description. So every 18 months to 2 years, we buy half of a beef and it goes into our freezer in the garage. So every month we're putting a little bit of money aside into a grocery savings account, so we have that money when we go to buy the meat purchase. So during my normal grocery shopping trips, you will really only ever see me buy chicken or pork. And then I got some lunch meat. I like buying lunch meat in the vacuum sealed packages so I can put one in the refrigerator and 2 in the freezer for later. And we got a rotisserie chicken, so we are going to have that for dinner tonight, and then I will cut up the rest and use it for leftovers. And I normally get a chicken from Costco because that way I'm not tempted to want to stop and get drive-through on the way home. We get chicken strips all the time also from Costco, and we use these a lot with salads. So we cook these up and then have them on top of our salads. And I wanted to talk about the canned chicken from Costco or wherever you get it. Just remember, if you bought some like pandemic buying and it expires in 2024, it actually has a best buy date for 3 years past whatever it says on the can. So people that buy a whole bunch of canned of chicken, let's just say in 2020, and it's, you know, the end of 2024, and it's getting ready to expire, just know that it actually will stay safe to eat for another 3 years after that if the can isn't bulging or dented at all. And talking about pantry items, I also got a case of black beans, which we use a lot, but those are also another low acidity item that if you see the best buy date on it, it will last 3 years past that best buy date. Now, the items that only last 18 months past the best buy date are high acidity items like canned pineapple and canned tomatoes. This spread is one of my favorite things to have on my shelf. I love that it has simple ingredients. So it has organic unbleached wheat flour, water, sea salt, and organic barley malt, and that's all that's in it. But because the way that it's packaged and it's airtight, it is good all the way until May 2025. So you have about a 6-month shelf life on it because of the way that it's packaged, but the items are still organic and things that I want my family to eat. I love that we're able to have sourdough bread whenever we need it. We're gonna go back to talking about this cereal, but I actually got the cereal because it's super windy and we are in the middle of winter, and I want to make sure that I have an emergency meal on hand at any time. We actually don't normally eat the cereal. We normally keep it for an emergency prep, and I always make sure we have some shelf-stable milk on hand too. And I was kind of laughing about this. I did not buy this at the grocery store today. I have bought this in the past and it was on my shelf in the pantry, and I'm looking at it and it's still good until July 15th, 2025. And I noticed when we were at the store today, we took a picture of it, and that milk that was at the store was good until July 2025 also. So make sure when you're bringing things home from the store, you don't automatically assume that they are a newer item and put it behind the other one. Actually look at the dates and see which one expires first. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about that's right here in front of my face are getting these pretzels. Normally I get a big bag of tortilla chips every single time I go shopping, and I thought I'd mix it up this time and get some pretzels. So we normally say in our family that snacks come from the fridge, and we encourage our family to eat fruit and vegetables. We don't have very many packaged items because we are an allergy family, and that way by cutting down on all the packaged snacks, we're able to save money. I do like to buy a special treat or two every time I go to the grocery store, which is only every 3 weeks, so we can have a little bit of variety and new things. So by the time you guys see this video, we will already have been traveling and back home. So don't worry, I'm not announcing that we were traveling. But when I went and did my grocery shopping today, I was accounting for the fact that we're going to be gone for a little bit in the middle of this. So I picked some items that I know will last the length of when we'll be gone and when we get back, and they'll still be fresh. Things like this asparagus will stay fresh for an entire month. The celery, I have some carrots still that stay fresh when you cut them up for a month. The lettuce, when I store it in my glass container, again, it will stay fresh for a month. And then I love the pomegranates, making sure that you store those in the refrigerator in the winter time. They will stay fresh for a long time. And then I got some spaghetti squash here that will actually stay fresh for like 3 to 6 months. So when I'm thinking about the produce items that I'm buying, oh, I can't forget about the spinach. Guess what? There's some more spinach in here. The spinach, normally I will wash this and dry it, and since we eat most of it in our smoothies, I will end up freezing most of this.
Like way too much spinach, you guys.
So even though we will be out of town a little bit, I was planning ahead for that, but still wanted to buy some things to stock up on, and none of this food is going to go to waste. Since I did decide to talk about being out of town, I want to talk about the dairy items here too. Did you know the butter will last for a year in the freezer? And this Greek yogurt and the cottage cheese, the best buy date on it right now is about 6 weeks out. And when you open it up and store it in glass, you can get it to last another week or so after that. So I have about a 2-month shelf life here with these items. And the sausage wrapped in a package like that is only going to stay fresh for 3 months. So I need to make sure I use it over the winter. Or if I want to put that in a freezer bag or a glass container, it will stay fresh longer. I know one of those packages I'm going to use right away this week, and the other one I'm going to put in a better freezer safe container so it can go into the freezer and I don't have to worry about eating it right away. The bacon comes in 4-pound packages, so I normally divide that up before I'm putting it in the freezer too. So now that it's only the 2 of us here at the house, we're not going through 4 pounds of bacon at a time. And I make sure that I cut this in half too if I was planning on using the 4 pounds at one time. That really does save some of the budget, not wasting the bacon. So I do want to say that I did go over budget today. My entire budget ended up being $272.69. So I went $2.69 over budget, and I'm okay with that. If you want to learn more about saving money on groceries and how to buy ingredients so you have the ingredients that you need in your house to make meals, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and comment where you're shopping from.